Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Magnum Martel, and today we're going to jump straight into the topic, and we're going to be talking about fucking Ninja. Again, as much as I hate that dude, I gotta say, for once, I actually fucking agree with him. So let's talk about it. You know, as much as I hate this dude, because he is a no-talent piece of shit, I do gotta say, he's making the right call for once. Normally, he makes terrible calls, and they constantly love to shit on him because he said he doesn't like to play with women, for obvious reasons, because he doesn't want to be accused of something that he's not doing. I get that. I'm fully with him there. I agreed with him on that. I don't agree with him on his whole content creators deserve special treatment just because it's their job. I did a whole video on that topic. But in this one, I also agree with him. So what did Ninja have to say? Well, a bunch of people were basically bitching that he's not educating kids about race and white supremacy. Alright, so we're going to take a look at a little article here that basically explains things. I'm skipping over the first section because it's just about his career and how he got where he is today. But, here we go. One particular question, however, caused the internet to stir, centered around the behavior of kids who frequent live streams. Ninja was asked if anything could be done to mitigate, yeah. Fucking English today. My brain's not working. The often combative and toxic behavior in chat. How you combat that is you just fucking don't acknowledge it. But Twitch is a very toxic environment. You can't do anything about it. It is toxic to the core, and Ninja is one of the people who perpetuates it. But anyway, to which the streamer replied, "It all comes down to parenting," something he clearly didn't get much of. Ninja believes the toxic chat behavior, which oftentimes develops into persecutive or racial slurs, could be minimized if parents took more initiative and responsibility. How does a white kid know that he has privilege if his parents never teach him to talk about racism? Okay, first off, you do not have privilege just because you are white. I'm so fucking sick and tired of that narrative. If you're one of the people who perpetuates it, please go fuck yourself because you're a fucking idiot. Ninja goes on to discuss how slurs not only contribute to overall toxicity, but can get a streamer whose stream it takes place on banned. And that's true. If you allow people to do that, you can get banned. I don't agree with that. I think that you should just be allowed to run it your way because it's your channel. And it's not the company's business, but that nobody gives a fuck what I have to say about it. Moving on. The often malicious nature of video game chats. Okay, first off, no, fuck off. Anyway, so basically what Ninja had to say was that it's not his job to educate your children on race-related issues. To which, you know what? I actually fucking agree with it. This is the same thing as back when I was a kid. People blamed the video games for violence. Anytime somebody got beat up or shot or a bunch of kids got into a fight, it was, oh, the violent video games. No. It's the fact that you're a bunch of shitty parents. You're not doing your job. I wasn't allowed to do stuff like that when I was a kid because I got my ass beat. I got the shit kicked out of me if I so much as threw a punch when I was a kid. See, part of the anonymity of the internet, although that is a dying breed, was that you could basically do whatever the hell you wanted and people didn't fucking bother you. If they got mad about it, they'd argue with you online and that'd be the end of the discussion. But in real life, these kids wouldn't have the balls to do it because they knew they'd get the shit kicked in. You know, back in my day, we had fucking Xbox Live Chat and Call of Duty. You had a 12-year-old screaming racial obscenities the whole time. You had grown men talking shit on one another. I miss those days. I miss those days because those were the good days. Those are the days when you could do and say whatever you wanted, and I think we should go back to that. Because I am a freedom of speech absolutist, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that as long as you're not actually hurting anybody, you can be able to do whatever the hell you want. You live your way. You say what you want. It's just words. I'm not going to tell somebody what they can and can't say, but I will tell them that I disagree with what they say and that they're a fucking dumbass for saying it. I'm the type of guy that if you want to sit there and talk about Hitler was a good guy, yeah, I'm going to say that you're fucking wrong. I'm going to say that you're an idiot. You're a fucking dumbass, and maybe you should shut the hell up for once in your damn life, but I'm not going to sit there and say you're not allowed to say it, because that would be wrong of me. Because that would be me infringing on your rights to freedom of speech and expression. And I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that anybody should be infringing upon it. And the problem with the First Amendment is that while it does apply primarily to the government, it applies to everyone. You can't tell someone what they can and can't say, and if you do, well, I mean, if they kick your ass, that's your own fault. Ninja is a live streamer. He's not an influencer. I don't believe in that shit. He's just a guy that plays fucking video games. He sits there and he plays a garbage video game made by a garbage company for stupid kids, and he makes billions. He's a no-talent piece of human shit who doesn't deserve his successful career, okay? Plain and simple. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But you know what? He's right. It's not his job. He's just a dude sitting there playing a game. He's not supposed to educate your fucking children on race relations and quote-unquote white supremacy and quote-unquote white privilege. First off, why is everybody bitching about white supremacy but not bitching about any other form of racial supremacy? It's all a problem. You're either fucking equal or you're not, and you should all be fucking equal. I don't want somebody to lord over me, so I don't want to lord over somebody else. Fucking, you're not privileged just because you're white. I spend every day working my ass off. I work 12 hours a fucking goddamn day. Cleaning fucking other people's mess. Scrubbing raw sewage off of floors. Cleaning toilets. Yeah, I spend my whole fucking day barely scraping by making that money. Oh, look, I'm white. What is my boss? My boss is a black man! There's no such thing as white privilege in the modern age. You are not instantly given, handed, or supplied anything just because of your race. But there's all kinds of things for other races. Because everybody wants to make up for the past. The past is fucking over and done with. You learn from it and so you don't make the same mistakes. Just because people had slaves 200 years ago does not mean that I should have to pay for your fucking college fund. Ninja's right. It's not his responsibility to educate other people's children on race issues. It's not his job to educate them on what they think is right and wrong. And that's what these people want. These outlets, these social justice types. They want people like Ninja who these kids watch, who these kids listen to, who these kids look up to as much as they shouldn't. They want them to push their message, and that's what it's about. They want people like Ninja to tell kids, being white is wrong, black people deserve special treatment, social justice values. They want them to push that. And you know what? I'll at least commend Ninja for not fucking being a part of it. He just wants to play the fucking video game, make his money that he doesn't deserve, and that's the end of it. And you know what? I can commend him for that. I can respect that. Because as much as I dislike him and what he does, and in the game he plays, and his personality, because he's a piece of shit, at least he's smart enough to know that this isn't his bed to touch. This ain't his place. This ain't what he's supposed to be doing. Let the man do what he's going to do. And I would take the same stance if I were in his position. I would go, no, it's not my job. I don't have to educate your kids. I, as a commentator, say my opinion. I say what I think and feel, and that's all that I say. Nobody has to agree with it. Nobody has to listen to it. But if they do, maybe there's a reason. You know? That's what I want. I want my audience to come because they care what I have to say. And if I was in his position where I was the top dog making big money just sitting there playing games and talking to a camera, I would take the same stance of, it's not my job and it's not my place. I would still talk about how much I hate social justice values and how stupid they are and how wrong they are, because that's what I think and feel. And that would be up to them to decide whether they agree or not. That's why my content isn't for kids. It's also something that's going to hold me back forever because they don't want people like me to be at the top. They don't want people like me who will say, yeah, social justice is fucking stupid and it's a bunch of corrupt, self-hating assholes. They don't want us being heard because they don't agree with free speech. Ninja, I will say, as much as I don't like you, for once you made the right call and I actually agree with you. Don't stop doing what you're doing and don't start letting these fucking people tell you that you have to teach kids about their values. Parents, be a fucking parent and teach your kids yourself. And you know what? Stop just fucking letting your kids do whatever they want. If you have a problem with it, fucking do something about it. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. My name is Magnum Martel, and I will see you in the next video, as always.